dollar amount remains the same and the budget line items remain the same. We're just submitting that to a different vendor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
The chair would entertain a motion of the approval of the claims.
Move to consider the claims to be paid in the amount of $506,803.99. Manual checks in the amount of $1,855.63. Payroll and liabilities for 8/13/2021 and 8/27/2021 in the amount of $694,906.29 for a total of $1,203,565.91.
Second.
Councilmember Peranto has the motion and Councilwoman Salisbury has the second. Any amendments or discussion to the claims? Oh, we already did that, sorry. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say nay. Motion passed. Is there anything additional the committee needs to review?
I have nothing, Your Honor. Thank you.
I have nothing, Your Honor.
There being no other business to come before the committee, I adjourn the Finance Committee meeting at 6:46.
I now call the September 7th, 2021 regular meeting of the Riverton City Council to order at 7 p.m. The Pledge of Allegiance will be given by Councilmember Salisbury, and I'll give the invocation.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our dear kind Heavenly Father, we're grateful for the many blessings that we enjoy. We're grateful for the opportunity to live in this wonderful land of America. We're grateful for those military individuals that keep us safe from the adversary, and especially for our local police and Sheriff's Department. We ask you to watch over all of them, that they'll be safe and kept from harm. We're grateful for the citizens of Riverton and for the many blessings that they bring into each other's lives. We're grateful for this location to live and for the wonderful state of Wyoming. We ask for thy guidance to be with us this evening, that we might make proper choices for the city of Riverton, and that we might be frugal and pay attention to the expense of what the city costs. We ask for these many favors and blessings. We say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
The city clerk, please conduct a roll call.
Yes, Your Honor. Councilman Dean Pronto.
Present.
Councilman Lindsey Cox.
Here.
Councilman Mike Bailey.
Here.
Councilman Kyle Larson.
Here.
Mayor Richard Gard.
Here.
Councilwoman Christy Salisbury. Here.
The chair would entertain a motion to excuse Councilmember Borders from tonight's meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Larson has the motion. Councilman Bailey has the second. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. I declare a quorum is present. The chair would entertain a motion for the approval of the consent agenda items as presented. No,
So moved.
excuse me, I read that wrong. The chair would entertain a motion for the approval of the agenda as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Councilwoman Salisbury has a motion and Councilman Bailey has a second. Council discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Communication from the floor. Citizens' comments. Anyone in the audience wishing to address the council regarding an item that is scheduled for a public hearing will be given the opportunity to speak during that public hearing. Anyone wishing to address the council on any item may speak now. I would ask the individual who wishes to address the council at this time to approach the podium and to identify yourself for the record. Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda items. Would the city clerk please read the consent agenda items by title only?
Yes, Your Honor. Approval of the minutes, August 17, 2021, regular council meeting. Approval of the minutes, August 17, 2021, executive session. Approval of the minutes, September 7, 2021, Finance Committee meeting. Approval of the Finance Committee recommendations for September 7, 2021. Approval of the municipal court report for the month of August 2021. And we have 3 open container applications that were submitted. The first from Lander Medical Clinic for an annual office party at Sunset Park on September 17th, 2021 from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. The second is from the Downtowners, the Riverton Downtowners, for their Fall Harvest Festival on Main Street from 3rd to 7th, and Broadway from Washington to Fremont Street on September 25th, 2021 from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the third from Central Wyoming College for a college potluck dinner at Sunset Park on September 8th, 2021 from 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m.
Thank you. Are there any additional items that require further discussion?
Your Honor, the Finance Committee met earlier this evening and approved the consideration of claims to be paid in the amount of $506,803.99, manual checks in the amount of $1,855.63, payroll and liabilities for August 13th, 2021 and August 27th, 2021 in the amount of $694,906.29, for a total of $1,203,565.91.
Thank you. The chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
Your Honor, I'd also like to abstain from paying any claims to Traveling Computers or WyoNet that are listed tonight.
Okay. The chair would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Peranto has the motion. Councilman Bailey has the second. Council discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passed. Consideration of ordinance number 21-015, third and final reading. Council concurrence for senior staff appointment practices. Would the city clerk please read ordinance number 21-015 by title only?
Yes, Your Honor. Proposed ordinance number 21-015 on third and final reading. An ordinance amending Title II, Administration and Personnel, Chapter 2.04, Mayor and Council, Section 2.04.110, Chapter 2.10, City Administrator, Sections 2.10.020, 2.10.030, 2.10.040, and 2.10.060. Chapter 2.12, City Clerk, Section 2.12.010, Chapter 2.13, Finance Director, Section 2.13.010. Chapter 2.20, Community Development Director, Sections 2.20.010 and 2.020.020F. Chapter 2.24, Public Works Director, Sections 2.24.010 and 2.24.030. Chapter 2.28, Chief of Police, Sections 2.28.010, 2.28.070, and 2.28.110, and establishing Sections 2.04.026 and 2.04.027, and repealing sections 2.12.020, 2.13.020, 2.28.050 of the Riverton Municipal Code to provide for additional duties and responsibilities of the governing body and repealing all ordinances in conflict therewith and providing for an effective date.
Thank you. The chair would entertain a motion to adopt ordinance number 21-015 on third reading.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Peranto has the motion. Councilwoman Cox has the second. Any further discussion? Would the city clerk please conduct a roll call vote?
Yes, Your Honor. Councilman Dean Peranto.
Yes.
Councilman Lindsay Cox.
Aye.
Councilman Mike Bailey.
Aye.
Councilman Kyle Larson.
Aye.
Councilwoman Christy Salisbury.
Aye.
Mayor Richard Gard.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 10, a memorandum of understanding for the Blue Star Memorial Operational Division Manager's Report, please.
Your Honor, members of the council, this is a simple memorandum of understanding relocating the Blue Star Memorial, which used to be at the old VFW Club on West Main, to a new location at Reach Park along the rails to trails. Requires a post hole about 3 foot deep for a sign, and the location has been looked at and will work with no problems.
Super. The chair would entertain a motion to approve the MOU with the Riverton Gardens Club for the Blue Star Memorial marker and placard in Reach Park.
So moved.
Second.
Councilwoman Cox has the motion. Councilman Bailey has the second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Cooperative Purchase Agreement, Administrative Travel Vehicle, Operational Division Manager's Report, please.
Your Honor, this provides for the purchase through the Cooperative Purchasing Clause through the state of Wyoming for a 2022 Chevrolet Traverse as a travel vehicle for the administration. This was a bid out of Sweetwater County. Fremont County, or Fremont Chevy, Buick, and GMC was the low bidder in that statewide bid in the amount of $28,138. And we had a budget of $29,000.
Perfect, good job. The chair would entertain a motion to award the purchase of a 2022 Chevy Traverse four-wheel drive from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC in the amount of $28,138.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Larson has the motion. Councilwoman Cox has the second. Council discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion passes. Reports and comments, council committee reports and council members roundtable. Christie, could you start us off?
I have not attended any meetings since
Okay.
we last met.
Kyle?
Your Honor, I have just one comment. My family and I attended the War Memorial just a couple of miles before Du Bois, Wyoming on Saturday. And I've traveled a little bit. I've been to New York City and I've seen the 9/11 monument. And I've been in Washington, D.C., and I've seen all of their monuments and all their museums. And this, by far, is one of the world's best I have ever seen. And I wonder why such an individual would do so much for Fremont County. And he is also opening on the 19th of this month a bowling alley in Du Bois and a bakery. For that, the amount of people that were there were all out of state. They were from San Diego, San Diego, California. Yeah, we've annexed California. And the group that was there, I went through with 100 people, and it was spectacular. The important thing is that he built it because he could build it to his specifications and not somebody else's. He built it in a place that was convenient, and the parking lots are good. And not only that, but for old fat guys, they have carts that you drive for free. They don't charge you anything. It was a spectacular time, and if Fremont County hasn't visited that, they need to take the opportunity, because that is one fantastic. That puts Cody's museum in third place.
It does.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kyle. Anything else? Mike?
I also don't have anything since our last meeting.
Lindsay?
The Pause meeting was tonight at 5:30, so I missed that, but their Pause and Pearls event is this weekend, so hopefully I'll have more to share after that.
What time? Do you have a time?
I don't have a time. I should have that written down. 5:30. I know I'll be there first thing in the morning to set up.
5:30?
5:30 it starts,
Okay.
happy hour,
And location?
St. Margaret's Gym.
Thank you. Dean?
And I haven't attended any meetings since our last meeting, but I'll echo Councilman Larson's sentiments towards the museum in Du Bois as well. It's a fantastic facility, and as a bonus, they don't even charge veterans. So, not a discount, just they don't charge them. Pretty cool.
It is an amazing location, and they're already adding on to it. The first section of building, I believe, cost a little over $100 million. And so I would advise anybody that wants to better take some time. It takes about 3 hours to go through it. And they have a theater in there, and it is just spectacular. I believe his name is Dan Stark. And I went through a tour with him. I've been through it 3 times. It still is exciting to see. And the gun collection that he has is amazing. That was kind of an afterthought. He wasn't planning to put that in until he realized how many collected items he had come up with. So
He has the gun that fired the first shot at Bunker Hill.
yeah, the Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War, costing $55,000.
It's amazing. We would recommend anybody going and participating in that activity. Wonderful thing. And, you know, he doesn't have any real connection to the military. He just loves America, and he has researched that section of the military vehicles. And he is spending his time educating the youth of America of the importance of what the members of the armed services have done for America. And so we couldn't be more fortunate to have it in Fremont County.
One other kind of interesting sideline, that if you go through the tour with him, all those vehicles were acquired outside the country, because the military can't transfer to a private museum or private owner military vehicles. So I don't know if FedEx or UPS ships those 55,000 pound, ton, whatever tanks, but somebody paid quite a bit to ship those here.
It is amazing. And the bowling alley, I went through Du Bois Friday, and I called Mayor Myers and said, hey, is your bowling alley open yet? And he said, well, no, but it's going to have a soft opening on the 12th and a grand opening on the 19th. And so through the F-tag, the mayors are quite active and helpful to one another. I would encourage everybody to head on up and shoot a few lanes. So encouraging. We appreciate it. Tony?
Thank you, Your Honor. There's a couple meetings coming up. Force will be on the 13th. That happens at 11 a.m. Next EDGE meeting is going to be on the 16th, so that's coming up here again pretty soon. We have 6 applications. The committee is reviewed, and they're going to make their final recommendations, which we will then bring to council at the next regular meeting, and then council will once again have the opportunity to determine award on that. There is a little money left over based on general estimates and how we've been doing that. So there are opportunities there, and there's a lot of really good projects. So we're looking forward to that conversation. It's nice to not, every single one of them are trying to do really good things, and that's impressive. RECDA will be on the 22nd. That happens at 7 a.m. at the Sundowner. That's a community meeting. All are invited. FCAG and Wind River Visitor Council will meet on the 23rd, and I believe is that in Hudson, Your Honor?
FTAG, yeah.
So those are going to be happening. We recently had an individual reach out to us as well, talking about doing a Veterans Day, or right around there, actually. Veterans Day, I think, is on the 11th. And they were talking about doing something on the 13th. So we're trying to help them a little bit, work through the hoops that, I mean, if you want to do stuff on Maine, we end up having that conversation a little bit. But we've developed a way to help individuals or groups that want to do that. We've worked on it really hard over the last few years, and we just remind everybody, if they want to have an event, let us help. Truly, we can navigate that a little easier. Last time we had to get a permit was at the fair for theirs, and we had like a 2-hour turnaround. YDOT works with us, has managed to work with us really well, and so it got through, and that relationship has really been great. So we're looking forward to hopefully doing that with kind of a veterans function, and we'll let you know a little bit more as that comes to fruition. Your Honor, that's all I have at this point.
Thank you. The Boys and Girls Club had their opening, and we all got to go to that. The chief was there, and Tony was there, and that looks like it's going to be a great success for Riverton. And we're looking forward to having the Boys and Girls Club in Riverton. Another opportunity that I got to go to was a Circle of Cities group that is trying to help raise people out of poverty, and it's a nationwide organization, and they brought it to Riverton through the School District 25, and it's an encouraging program, and it takes a look at how to help change economic values in our community, and I think it will be a really good activity. We had some complaints on weeds, and so Mr. Paskett and his division, and Tony, and the Frontier Academy, and a few of us guys with shovels have done our very best to clean up the federal, and it's looking really good, and we still have a lot of weeds to go, so I would encourage you, if you don't like what you're seeing, that you get a shovel like the rest of us and pitch in, and it is kind of fun to do, and Tony texted me a picture of the Frontier Academy, filled up the whole back end of a pickup truck on last Friday, Thursday?
Last Wednesday, Your Honor.
Last Wednesday?
Sir.
And they've been kind enough to say that they would help us with some graffiti problems that we have around town. So we will do our very best to get the Frontier Academy to do those things, and we appreciate their willingness to work with us. We had a week or so ago, and Kyle was just talking to me about Main Street. Main Street has been a little bit delayed. One of the reasons that project has been not as quick as we would have liked was the technology. That's kind of a new technology that we did by machining out 3 inches of concrete and then coming back with asphalt. And so it had some hiccups to work through. And as we did that, we had to schedule the grinder. But we were fortunate enough to work with 71, and they donated some gravel to Ryan Park, which is greatly appreciated. And I'd like to thank them for that. And I drove across Broadway today, so the pavement is laid. We're not, all intersections are not open, but we're working really hard to get to where the intersections are open. The first day of school was a little chaotic with all the road construction that we had going. Hill Street closed and Majors was backed up, and so was 2nd Street to the south. And we called a meeting with the police chief and Captain Romero, and they went to work on it, and I didn't see that problem again. So thanks, Chief, for what you did. Appreciate it. Looks really good. There was also a big economic meeting in council chambers this week. The college was there, people from Casper, people from all over the state attended. It was about 3 hours, Tony? And very successful, and we look forward to that economic growth, and there's some really great ideas coming from that. RETA meeting was really good. We had the Wyoming director help me with his information. Do you have it, Tony?
Trying to find it. Sorry, I don't.
He was in Riverton, and his staff, there was about 3 or 4 people with him, and it was all about developing Fremont County and Wyoming, and so we appreciated their time. We had another, and this is going to be a really interesting thing, I think, to develop, and it was a meeting with a lady out of Natrona County, and she started youth councils in Casper. There's youth council in Cheyenne, and there's youth council in Laramie, right? And so we're going to look at that, and she helped us with how to construct that and how to put that together. And it'll be a 12-member panel if we do it that way that she suggested. And so I think we'll look into that and make that work. Tony mentioned FTAG, and I did have a really fun meeting with a gentleman by the name of Cody Anderson. He cycles across the nation. He kept saying to me, did you Google me? Did you Google me? And I said, no, I don't usually Google people. And but he came into my office, and we spoke for a long time. He's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars cycling across the United States for the veterans of world wars. And he has keys to 61 cities across the nation, Dallas being one of them. I didn't have a key. I could have gave him my plastic credit card, but we don't have any keys anymore. So it was just enjoyable to talk to him, and I had to tell the story just a little. It wasn't nice of me. There's so many telecommunications. Your warranty's up on your car. Please re-up your warranty. And this guy called me, and it was from Florida, and he just went into this big spiel about how many miles he had cycled and how much money he'd raised and how many keys that he had to so many cities. And I was driving out of town, and I was in the co-pilot position, so I could text. And I canceled the phone call. And a few minutes later, the phone rang again, and it was Cody again, and he just went right back into the same spiel without giving me a chance at all. And I just hit the button. I thought he was a telemarketer out of Florida. So the third time he called, and he said, we keep getting disconnected. I don't know what's going on. I said, well, I do. And what can I help you with? Instead of telling me what you've done, why don't you tell me what you need? He said, well, I'd like to meet with you. And the staff at City Hall says you'll be in at 5:30. And I said, okay, that was Monday. So I met him at 5:30, an exceptional individual. And I had to apologize for hitting the hang-up button. And so there's a lot of fun things that this job gets to do, and that's one of them. And so I appreciate his efforts. If you're so inclined, you can Google him on Cycling for Charity, Cody Anderson. That's all I have. We do have an executive session this evening. It's on real estate. And the chair would entertain a motion to convene into executive session for the purpose of real estate, consideration of site selection or purchase of real estate in accordance with the Wyoming Statute 16-4-405A 5II.
So moved.
Second.
Chair would entertain a motion to reconvene into the regular session.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Bailey has the motion. Councilwoman Salisbury has a second. Further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passed. Reconvened into regular council at 7:50. Thank you. Action item from the executive session, the chair would entertain a motion to submit an offer letter to purchase a hangar at the Central Wyoming Regional Airport.
So moved.
Second.
Councilman Bailey has the motion. Lindsay? Has, Councilwoman Cox has the second. Further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Unless there's others that wouldn't concur, we stand adjourned at